guess I'm on, aren't I? Whoops. It's all good. All right. It's all good. I believe you guys can hear me. Good grief. Boy, they really want you to look at these ads. I don't know why it does that. Alright, I should be okay. We'll find out in a second. Anyway, 11 by 15 inch watercolor paper, 2 sheets glued together, makes it a lot more stiff. This is one of the colored backing sheets that I've done a while back. There's no glycerin or anything, it's just white chalk line pencil. Hey Fatima, how are you? Fatima, I'm sorry. What was I saying? 11 by 15 inch watercolor paper, double paper glued, makes it a lot more stiff and sturdy. I did the black background weeks and weeks ago. I got one more sheet of these left. So nice to see you too. Yeah, no glycerin or anything. So what else? I guess we'll just get right on to it. Like I say, black background. All right. The colors. Yeah, I switched the camera around. At least this one. We'll try it. We'll try it this way. Titanium white, cad red, cad orange. I think that's phthalo green. So, all right. You don't see it, but it's right here. It's just a little jar of glycerin there. All right. It's really for the paint, to keep the paint moist and whatnot. I'll bring the green over here, dip a little bit of the glycerin into the green. I want it a little darker, so we'll pop a little red in there. Stir it around a little bit. This isn't exactly, this might be a 1/2 inch brush, short, bristled 1/2 inch brush. All right, we'll come up here and we'll start doing leaves and such. With such a dark background, you may barely see it. Okay, but with a little bit of lighting, we'll get some of this underway. I'll probably maybe pop another leaf right in here like this, just to start. All right, a little more green, a little dab of red, a little dab of glycerin. Glycerin, once again, just helps it stay wet a little longer. You can blend and fade and all of that good stuff. All right, and I'll get some the start of a few leaf shapes. Nothing really defined because it's so dark. Well, it's just me fleshing out a few of the leaves before I go into the actual flower itself. So maybe a little something here, nothing special, just to cover some of the areas there, leaves. I'll kind of paint it off of the canvas there. This is nothing, this is impromptu, nothing really planned. Hello, Judy Webster. Hello, Maria. Hello, Art Flow by Mo. How are you? Good to see you guys. See, I don't want to miss anybody. Good to see you. We're just playing around with some florals, today. Nothing special. It's just really me doing something just to get rid of the boredom from a Sunday. My Sundays are usually pretty busy in the morning with I'm the videographer at the church, so, and I do the online thing, so I wear a few hats. So I'm usually the first guy in the church, opening the doors and setting up the equipment, getting ready for that day's service. And some of the other guys that help me out, they come a little bit later on, but everything's already prepared and ready for them. So that's every Sunday, without fail. I'm there. Once again, the glycerin is on the brush itself, not necessarily on the board. And it does appear to be darker black until I put a brighter color up there. All right. And I'm just really sketching it out, not really instructing. I'm just having a little fun here. I haven't really painted anything steadily in quite some time, and I really wasn't ready to do it as of yet at the time. So I took a wee bit of a break, you can say. Madonna, hello, see ya. I see ya. A flat edge brush is best when doing these stylized types of florals. But any brush you prefer to use will give you a different look. Okay, you just experiment and see what works good for you. Only a little dab of glycerin will work for this. This is thick paint, thick acrylic paint. Kind of the consistency of oil paint. Okay, it's what I'm familiar with. I used to be an oil painter, and I like the consistency of it. So that's why I use it. And I'm just doing the customary triangular shape, getting the initial shape of the leaves. I'll be a little more precise with it once I get done doing them. Okay. Oh, seems like I might want a few more, so I think I'll pop some smaller ones in here like this. I have one dangling downward like this. I'll curve it. I'm not really too concerned about running into any other leaves in doing these. It's okay. You know, they run into each other in real life, you know. All right, let's continue to play with some of this. Let's get some green here. Add a little more green with the red and get a little touch of white there. Get some glycerin here. A lot of stuff becomes a little more dynamic with a jet black background. We'll pull this paint toward me, keep a sharp edge. All right, I might have a little too much paint on there. I'll pull it towards me. All right. I can probably pull this camera up a little closer so you guys can check it out. I may have to move the camera around, obviously. We'll start up top here. And I'll move it around right about here. Probably be a little difficult to focus, but there you go. Keep in mind that I got the light on this side of the page, so That's why you see the highlighted parts there. It's still fairly wet. All right. Okay, where do I want the light source to come from? I guess I have it come from the bottom here. And what I'm doing really is press, pull, and lift. Pretty much the gist of it. It's press, pull, and lift. Press, pull, and you lift. I am going towards a certain point. Okay, so let's make pretend like the point's right there. That's where I'm aiming the strokes at. So if I did it right here, the strokes would meet right toward the points. All right. And it's basically the long and short of it. You'll get pretty good at it with repetition. Okay. Basically. Now, as this dries, it won't be as strong, won't be as vibrant. So you would have to highlight it a little bit more, but you wait till it dries. You can do it. So there'll be a few layers on this. This one I might keep that color because it's kind of behind everything else. So I might keep it that shade. We'll see. I'm gonna just get a touch more green here. A little bit of that red in there, and then I'll get some titanium white and throw it in there. As long as it's a little lighter than what you've put on previously, it'll work. Okay, I'll pull the paint towards me, and it all depends. See, these two leaves are together, so it's really up to you which one you want in front. All right, your preference. You want a thick start and it fades out. All right. Once again, the more you do it, the better you'll get at it. It takes a little time. Don't try to rush it. Once you get the technique down, everybody has their own style of doing these. Okay. Now on this flower, I want it trailing a little bit better, so I'll just kind of brush the end points a little bit better, and I can always blend these out. It's okay. All right. You'll get more and more choosy, more and more picky with where you want things placed as you learn these. You can go right along. Hey Johnny, how are you? I used to let people know when I'm coming on. I haven't really did that. I haven't really held to a true schedule in quite some time, and don't know, if I ever get back to that or not. Let's go down here. You guys can see exactly what's going on and what I'm doing. First layer of doing these, usually just getting the strokes down. If they're a little heavy-handed, I can always, once again, just fade out the part where it's lifted, like that. As long as it's faded out, and you'll see the difference when it dries. Okay. I go a little bit past where the initial strokes are, the previous paint strokes. Okay, so if I did it a little heavier than I should, I can always wisp, soften them like so. Because I know something brighter is going to come in there, so. But we'll get to it a little bit later. Yeah, I tend to do the petals, the leaves first, usually. Just to get them done, and I don't have to really guess on where to place them if I did the actual flowers first. Okay, let's go with a darker half. The darker half I want a little bit more luminous, and I don't have the color. I'll try with the cobalt blue. Cobalt blue is not as it's not as deep a color as, say, Prussian blue or phthalo blue. Usually I would have to kind of beef it up a little bit. Usually I'm mixing a little green with this blue. I'm going to take a good look at it once I get the shade I'm looking for. Let's see if this works. Sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't. I'll start with the bottom here. Let's go right about here. Let's see how that looks. No, I think that'll work. That'll work just fine. Yeah, that'll work just fine. I don't want my leaves to be really exactly even, so let's go here with this, and we'll mess around a little bit with this one. It's really up to you how far you want to go with it. I kind of like it. It's all right. It'll work. It's all right. Let's go above here. Right up around. We'll do the tippy top up here. You always need a contrast color when doing these guys. And you'll see as I'm doing them, you'll see what I'm talking about. A little more blue, a little touch of glycerin, just a tiny little tap. I'll mix some in the green here. When I add the brighter colors, you'll understand. Where am I at? We'll put it right about here. We'll make this one in front. We'll bring it this way. I make it look probably a little simpler than it is because I've been doing it for a little while. And you'll do the same thing also. Once again, it's your choice which leaf, which petal you want to put in front. Actually, it's a leaf. These are leaves. Okay, I think I just about got most of them. I'll draw back in a second. Let you check it out. All right. I think I want, let's try with a little white. We'll come here. We'll brighten it up. And I'll pull this 1/2-inch brush towards me once again. Get a little dab of glycerin in there. It just loosens up the paint. Titanium white is very, very opaque. Be mindful of that. Since we're at the top, we'll do it here. And we'll get that little glow there. A little dab of glycerin, very important. It helps the paint to blend and flow. All right. I can skip one. Like I say, it stands out a lot. Put one right there. With a black background, any color will really stand out, pop, because you got such a deep, dark background. What is today's color palette? Today's color palette is titanium white, cad red, cad orange, phthalo green, and cobalt blue. So it's a very simple palette today. Very simple color palette. Well, like I say, for today anyway. Okay, let's move this downward. We'll put it right about there for right now. I pull the brush towards me, just like this. Okay. Beneficial for you to get a brush that can maintain a nice sharp edge. Okay. Like that. I'm gonna use the corner of the brush and get the center vein. I'll use a smaller script liner brush for the actual veins of the leaves. Sometimes I put them in, sometimes I don't. All right. Okay, we got one over here. Let me make sure I got the right one. No, we'll put it on the bottom. We'll put it on the bottom here. Actually, let's go to, because I might want to change my mind. No, we'll stick with the bottom one. We'll stick with the ones on the bottom. Yeah, you guys can see this one. I'll do it on top here. I'll make this one come over. I'll draw this out a little bit more. I think we're good with that. You're going to always adjust and readjust. It just kind of comes with the territory. You're going to always adjust. Switch up, change. Okay. Got these guys down here. Little touch of glycerin, it just reactivates the paint. I don't need too much of it. Since we're pretty much toward the end of doing some of these. The striations is what I'm looking for, really. Okay, we got this guy. I can usually tell when I'm using either too little of the vegetable glycerin or too much. It comes with practice also. The more glycerin you use than paint, the more transparent it will become. So just keep that in mind. Like so. You're not going to see really much detail on this side of the painting because of the lights that I have on this side. Okay, I'll pull the painting back a second. I'm going to use a highlighter, script liner brush, rather. Oh, I'm thinking highlighter for. Let's pull the camera back a bit. one of the benefits of having long arms, I guess. Let's bring that over here. Let's bring this down. Oh, right about there. That should do. I'll hit the focus real quick. It's a touch screen camera, so I got it set where I can just tap the focus. Let's clean off this brush. It's not good to, especially with acrylic paint, to have paint on your brush, especially with a brush with such fine hairs. Just when you know you're finished with it, clean it. It just saves you a whole world of heartache, trust me. All right, I'm getting a little, a bit of water. Okay, I'll reactivate the paint with the water. I get a little bit of white paint here. You need, I keep going into the glycerin, it's my fault. Glycerin and water is not a good mix. Water cuts through glycerin like a hot knife through butter. So if I make a mistake and dip it in the glycerin, it's all right. The water will straighten that issue out. Okay. We'll come up top here and we'll just add little veins and such. Like, see, some people like them like this, some people don't. It's entirely up to you if you want to put them in there. All right. You don't, it's not a written rule. You don't have to. You really don't have to. I'm gonna get a little bit more white, pop it in there. Whoa, almost did it again. With the glycerin. I don't want glycerin on it. Glycerin, just naturally by its properties, the paint will sit on top of it if you put too much on. Okay, and you'll know that also by trial and error. I'm using the very tip of this script liner brush to get the fine lines going. Like I say, you don't necessarily have to put the veins in there. Some people like them, some don't. Oh, no problem, Johnny. If you have a question, just type it in there. Usually if you type it in caps, it'll catch my attention a little bit more. When it gets to the actual painting of these roses, I'll make decisions on how I want the folds, the petal folds. I'll see. It all depends on how the painting's going also. I don't really intend on spending too much time with these, but we'll see as the painting goes along. The script liner, you'll be coming back to getting more paint, because obviously with such a thin brush, it's not going to hold that much paint. Get a little touch of water here, loosen up this paint. I twirl the brush around also. I'm just doing it very fast. Then you twirl the brush around. Use the tip. Always tell when it's getting a little thick, and it's okay. And if in case you're wondering, yes, I am ambidextrous, so yes, I am painting with my right hand. So it's just quicker to do so sometimes. I'll do it without thinking. Some people usually question, am I painting with my left or right hand? And usually both. But I do it without thinking about it. And most of the regulars know that I can write and paint with both hands if I had to. If it was necessary. I don't really make a habit of it. It's like I say, it's just something that's comes natural to me. I always thought everybody could do it. And I found out, no, they can't. And I was a kid, I think I was forced into it, really. I was taught how to tie my shoes like a right-hander, because I was taught by a right-hander with no left-hander. I was taught how to play baseball. So I bat right-handed. Yeah, I do. Couldn't help it. And I was just taught by a right-hander. So. Alright, I think I got all of those. I didn't show you the ones on the bottom. Thank you, Fatima, and Too Bad Maria. But yes, I'm a lefty / righty / both. Let's bring this back and let's try to get the full. Yeah, that's the full painting. I think it's even close enough for you guys to check it out. I'll put the focus on this leaf here. That should bring everything in focus. You can see that the glycerin is also starting to dry. Okay. You guys won't see it with this side view, but sometimes I glance upward. It will be here. Glance upward. There's a 40-inch screen that I'm looking at. That's my monitor. So it just, I can check and see if everything's done right, if everything's okay, if everything's cool, you know, stuff like that. Make sure, you know, everything is all right. Okay, as I'm still looking at it, I could put some, maybe I'll do that last. If I do it right now, you may not really understand it, but for the darker colors here, they're a little too dark. Well, not really. You can see them, but you can't. And I can brighten that up just a little bit. I can do it right now. All it takes is just a few swipes. And usually I can use an even thinner brush than what I have, because it's just little detail things. I can take a little cobalt blue here. I'll put it right here by the green. A little touch of white. Makes it get a little glycerin in here. It is just some refracted light on the shaded side of these guys, and just a little bit like this. Maybe a few in here like that. All right, and we'll come here. We'll pop a few in there like this, just like that. It's cutesy little things, just a little refracted light. I won't put it directly on a leaf that's kind of almost overshadowed, so we'll leave that one dark. You follow me? If I have a shaded part that's on top of another leaf, like this guy up here, then I can, you know, throw a little bit of that refracted stuff in there like that. I don't have to do it all over the place. Okay, like say for instance right here. Probably a few right in here, just like that. I could probably just keep it just like that. I don't need much of it. It'll make more sense once the actual roses get put in there. But you can see the direction of the roses. They look like little features of a person's face. You know how you do the little skull, then you do the guidelines to where like the nose and the eyes would be. It's pretty much the same way. Okay, so it's really my choice right here at this stage. If I want roses that look like this, the Chippendale kind, where they're kind of closed, or I can flare them open. Right now it's really my decision which way I want to go with it. This one is being covered as of right now by this one, and this one's partially covered by that one. And I can have it that way. That means this one will be the closest. All right, that's in the middle, and then this one will be shaded. All right, I can go that route. And if I do choose to go that route, this one would have to be painted first. Follow me? Second would be this one. Actually, let's see. Yes, this would be painted first. This would be painted second. It would go in reverse. So it really depends on which one I want to come out the most. You figure the one in the middle I would pop out, but not necessarily true. You know, if I wanted the middle one to be shrouded, then I would paint open leaves that would probably go over this. So it really depends on how you wanna do it. But I'll do a closed one right here, so we'll automatically know that this one's gonna be in the back, in front of that one. All right, enough of the logistics of that. Let's take a thicker, longer brush here, and we'll start filling in these. Let's take some, we'll take some glycerin. I'll put it right here. Can you guys still see that? Barely. I'll just bring the camera up a little bit, and you guys should be able to see it pretty good. Right up in here. So I'll put the glycerin right here. Now, I very rarely use orange for my colors, for a rose or anything, because it's semi-transparent. So I'm gonna have to dip into the titanium white a bit to strengthen this orange, like this. Okay. All right. The red will be used for the centers. Okay. We should be all right with this. We'll see. We'll find out right now. Okay, we know where the light source is more or less coming from, somewhere around in here, maybe a little deeper there. Okay. All right. So we'll just kind of fill it out here like this. This is a closed fellow, so we'll just do it this way. And I'll keep them kind of on the orange side, a little bit brighter. I've rarely used orange for the main color, but we'll do it today. Why not? Okay. We're going to take a small, I mean a small touch of red, okay, and we'll kind of shade where I want it kind of covered, which will be all up in here, in the back here. All right. We'll just nicely blend all of that together. I'm just taking a brush. I got a big beach towel on my lap here. And what I'll do, I'll very coyly just blend that orange into that red, like so. I don't have to have it blatantly red, just enough to give it some little bit of shading here. All right. Okay, I'll take a little more, a little touch of white. We'll put it right in here, just like that. We'll just brighten up this section here. A little orange, a little white, and we'll kind of liven it up right up in here a little bit more. Just in here. I'll get it a lot brighter than this. This one will be a closed roll. Very simple to do once you get it established. Let's go with some red. The red, once again, will be kind of our represented our deep shadow color. So I get a little bit of red, and we'll kind of pop it in here. Okay. And we'll kind of throw it in there a little bit. Let's kind of add some of that deep red in here, and right up in here underneath where it's going to be covered by the other roll. So we're going to throw some of that shadow right in there like that. Okay. And right up under here, Get that little dark right in there too. And this will make sense, I promise it will. So I'm just doing the initial shading. Okay. Am I on Patreon? No. Well, Joni, if you see on the banner, there is a, on the banner, I believe there's a PayPal or a Cash App link there. And you can support it. And I would appreciate it. Oh, your grandson is ambidextrous? It's a good thing. Just don't have anybody try to discourage them from using both hands. That's happened to me. But you know, it's the generation they didn't know, you know. Okay, let's get to this one here. I'll show you how we're gonna do this. Let's take the smaller, this is really relatively simple to do this. You'll see how simple this is. All right. What we're gonna do with this guy is here on the top, we're gonna create our petal folds. And we'll use, obviously we're gonna use a little bit of white and orange. I'll just get my titanium white, we'll put it here. I will pull this toward me. Has to be a little bit on the bright side. It's embarrassingly simple to do these and to get the look that I hoping to achieve with it. Let's go here, right on top here, and we're going to make a line just like that. One line, there's one. Make another curved line, like that. Okay, now I've got red on the brush, got to get rid of that. We'll just wipe it away. Get some more of your white orange. Okay, and we'll do one right here. Get away with maybe another one just like that. Okay, let's dig into our white, titanium white and orange. We'll need some of this. Now we're going to get into our fancy little shading and such, and get a little touch of glycerin so we can blend this. Pull the brush toward me. Okay, our brightness is here. And we'll start from this one. We'll come and bring it all the way down like that. And we're going to start right from here. We'll come here and I'm overlapping a little bit, but I'm going to let it naturally run out of paint. Just like that. And go with the curve. Just like so. I'm going to take my brush. I think the paint's a little too high up there. And we're gonna make an edge here. I'm gonna just get a slight push, very slight push to show off where that edge is. And we'll just stroke. All you want shown really is that sharp edge right in there. Okay, so that's one petal down already. Let's go to the next one here. We'll have it kind of come this way. And we'll have it get bright right in here. Very simple to do this. Maintain the curvature of your rolls when you do this. All right. And once again, that edge is really, really important. So we're going to give a slight push. And this is like a nice little Chippendale rolls. Okay. And we'll strengthen this one here. Just like that. Bring that right around. And what you're doing is you're just marking off where one roll starts and the other one ends. That's all you're doing. And believe it or not, true to my left-handed nature, I'm doing it backwards. But it's all right, we'll work with it. I am doing it backwards. I should have came this way. But it is what it is. It's all right. Okay, same thing here. It's the brightest probably around in this area here. All right, come here and really put it in there. And we're gonna let that fade out into that red, just like that. It's all right. Now we're gonna maintain its roundness down there. It's all right. We can just kind of blend that. Keep blending. It'll disappear and fade. Okay. We're gonna get some stronger white. And we're gonna pop the edge right in here. A little push for the edge. Very bright. Let that edge stand out there. And we got some here, and we'll just kind of let it kind of turn there. It's not going to get too much light. I'm going to fade that a little bit. Okay, let's go into a little red, just a little bit. We'll come to the reddish orange here. Red is a very powerful color. Be careful. Very strong color, very overpowering color. So just kind of watch yourself with the red. We'll do the same thing, but on the other side, right in here. See, just like this. And we'll kind of curve it around like that, because we're dealing with the shaded side there. And keep it in its kind of, we'll pop one in here too. I'll go back into my deeper red. We'll put it right here. I don't need too much of that. And we'll, a nice little shade of red in there like that. Actually, we'll put it down here. It shows off that shadow a little more. Right in there. And then we'll come here. And just keep blending. I'll probably put another one in there. We'll go back into our red, the shaded area. We'll put one very easily. We'll kind of give it almost a little curve, and we'll come back down and curve it around like this. So it's down, a little hump there, and we're gonna just curve it like that. Get some more red, little touch of glycerin, get the paint to flow. You can always tell because the paint will pull and grab on your paper or canvas, whatever you're using. I use paper because I teach a lot of tutorials, obviously, and it's just cost effective, really, instead of wasting all of it on canvas. All right. Yes. Fatima's right. Hit the like button. It tells the YouTube head schmucks that people actually like the content, and so they're the ones that kind of pump out the algorithm so people actually know I exist. We're gonna come here and just add little lines in here. Kind of circular, denotes the inside of Mr. Rose there, like so. Okay. Now, as this guy is drying up, we can brighten up the bright part of the rose. I'm just rinsing off the paint. Like I say, each part of this is it's just a step. Need more white. Hold on. Like I said, this guy here is even though I'm painting him first, I shouldn't have did that over there. Even though I'm painting this guy first, he'll probably be covered up the most. A little bit of white, a little touch of orange. Orange is semi-transparent, so a little white in there. pull it towards you. This is titanium white. Mixing white is horrible. I'm not a big fan of mixing white, but mixing white, it has its place. Just not on my palette, but it does have its place. As you can see, I can smooth out things, and basically that's what I'm doing. Just make it a little bit neater. And now that I've got the initial color kind of fleshed out here, all right. Actually, I can bring him down a little further. Let's do that. Let's drag him downward here, way down here. There we go. And curve him like so. Okay. Now that I've somewhat got him where I want him, let's kind of help him out. Let's continue that up around here a little bit. All right, let's take nothing but some titanium white. We'll come over here behind the plastic here, and I'm going to slight little touch here just to separate the petals there. And that's all I'm doing right now. Little line of bright color there. More titanium white. I just need a little dot of titanium white. Now with orange, you can do this. With red, I wouldn't recommend it. Red's a different animal to do this stuff with. You would have to use orange or you would have to use either orange or for red you would use orange, pink, okay, yellow to highlight. You don't want to use red, white and red, because it makes pink, and now you, instead of a rose, you have a carnation. So that's why, yeah, I strongly emphasize not using white to color or to highlight a red flower. It's just bad mojo. You're gonna get a carnation. You're not gonna get a rose. Okay. It turns into a carnation. Okie dokie, I think I'm done messing with that, and you'll see in a second. So this will be fine. You see where the highlights are. Okay. I can actually put, oh, you'll see when I'm done. Let's go with, who do I really want to be out there? Well, I'll just do him next. Just general purpose, I'll do him next. All right, let's go into our orange. Let's put the orange right here by this red. We'll mix a little touch of red in that orange, just like that. Okay. All right. A little touch of glycerin there. Well, a little more than a touch, because I gotta cover up this guy. All right, here we go. No, I didn't stop establishing membership yet, Johnny. But if people are interested, and I could do one. I just never really thought about it, to be honest with you. But yeah, there will be perks and such if I did do a membership. Little perks and little contests and stuff like that. I'm trying to decide what I want to do with this as I'm painting this. This one, now this guy come up and over, see. Don't worry about the streaks. All right, this is just me blocking in this fellow. Okay, and I'm debating right now what to do with it. I can do it half and half. I can have it half flowing with petals, or make it another cabbage rolls or whatever. I'm thinking as I'm doing this. I'm thinking. I don't know yet. Okay, different shade of orange, as you can see. Let's get a little touch of red, just a small touch of red. And we'll kind of block that in. Mix some of that orange in there. Just like that. I'm still just debating, still deciding on what I want to do with it as I'm talking to you guys. Whether it's going to be a cabbage rose or something that flares out, or a little bit of both. So while I'm thinking about that, let's do the next one back there. I'll add a little more red to it. Yet, still. Pop some white in there. Get a little bit more orange. Alright. And a little touch of glycerin for this guy. So I'll cover it too. This one, here, let's do something different. Let's kind of cover all of that in there. Just because I'm covering it the way I'm covering it doesn't mean I lost what direction. All right, no, that's not the case. I think I know what I'll do with this one though. That's why I'm stopping a little bit short here. Let's get a little touch of, I forgot what your blue. We'll put it in this dark stuff right in here. That's not blue, that's green. Let's get some of this blue here. We'll put it in the dark stuff right in here. Needs to be a little darker. We'll throw that red in there. That'll darken it up just like that. Okay, dark enough. Dark enough. We're gonna go up in here and we'll just kind of smooth that out with that darkness. It's like that. There's a reason why I'm doing this. Okay. Just like that. All right. There's a reason for that. Let's use that same dark red in here. And we'll dip it right there like a little point there. And we'll have it dip and we'll have it come out this way. Once you do these long enough, you'll understand why that little rip is in there. Okay. I'm still deciding on that guy. All right. This fella here will come, I'll use the back end of this. Before I do that, let's touch that. Sharpen that up a little bit. We'll just do it like this. We'll do it like that. And we'll just pretend it's just flaring out like that. Okay. And we'll probably get some things flaring in here. So we'll make it look kind of interesting. I know that doesn't make any sense yet, but it will. Okay, I'm still wondering what to do with you. Yeah, let's work with this one. My mind and my intentions focused on that guy. Okay, so let's get a little touch of white in there, like that. All right, we're gonna somewhat thin and brighten this, so we'll come up here like this. We'll make it a little pretty, like this. We'll block it in, just like this. Block it in, just like that. It's just me blocking it inward. Okay. We'll just have it come to a point over there on that side. It's okay. The vantage point for this, or where things will disappear, will be slightly below where that dot is, just like that. All right. Okay. Let's play. We'll do this one first. Why not? Cleaning off my brush. I still want it a little on the orange side, so let's get some more orange here. Once again, this is CAD orange medium. We'll put the orange right here. Okay. Yes, I do sell the. Who is this? Let's ask me, Johnny. Johnny, do you have a Well, here, let me do it this way, because you may be quite a private person. Let's do it this way, Johnny. So give me 1 second. Oh, there you go. That's my email, Johnny. If you have a messenger or you have an email address, send it to that email and I'll send you a catalog. Okay, let's go back to just the, well, add some orange to it. Orange and a slight touch of white there. All right, that should be all right. We're gonna take this, pull it towards me. All right, and remember the vantage point is right here. So I will take this, I'll start from here. I'll give it a little push and we're gonna stroke in that direction. Everything will meet that fellow right down there. Now remember, this is orange is semi-transparent. Okay, so I might have to go back over it, but we'll see. I need this rim of paint just as a guide. We can match some of that up there. Just as a slight guide to there. Something like that. So that's one petal so far. Okay, but they all go toward that dot. Okay, let's continue on with this guy. Let's go, we'll do it this way. Since the light source is coming here, we'll do it, we'll do another one. We'll use this color. Since the light source is coming here on this side, what I'll do is I'll just come out like this and come out and down like that, and then I'll just maybe make a nice little line there. So we got a double petal here. Doesn't make any sense yet, but it will. And you know, so I'm keeping clear of where the dark area is. There's a reason for that, but we're gonna brighten this one a little more. Okay, once again, the vantage point or the little dot where the strokes will go will be right there. So let's brighten that up a little bit. All right, need more white again. Let's put the titanium white where it belongs, right here. Matter of fact, a few people that's in this very room have either won or bought paintings here from me. So if you have any questions or inquiries, just send it right to that email. Let's see if it's bright enough. It should be. Okay, we're gonna go right here. We're gonna go slight push like that, slight push, come this way, slight push. And I'm overlapping, which is why you can get slightly rounded edges with a square brush. And we're gonna come around, a little touch color right up around, just like so. All right, I wanted that one's a little brighter. So we can exaggerate that same thing with the petal up top. I just want the rim of the top of the previous petal to be brighter. So what I'm talking about is this fellow up here. Maybe we'll start from here. It's just a slight push. I can angle the brush so they don't look really too even. But just like that. And then I'll curve it around. Just like so. think so. Okay. All right. Here's where things get a little interesting. See a little dark spot right in here. Okay. I'll do it. I like this color. Let's wipe some of that off. Let's clean this brush one more time. Usually I don't go this in depth if I was just painting like I was initially. But we have a newbie come on in, so I'll take my time a little bit with this one. This is once again pure orange is semi-transparent. Okay, let's pop up the outline of a petal right in here. Okay, like that, and then we'll just kind of come in like this. We'll do another one, and we'll just do it over there. It doesn't matter. We'll do it like that, and then we'll come over this leaf just like this. I'll make this one a little longer. All right. So 1 petal, 2 petal, 3 petal. But you see it's dark here. You follow me? All right, let's go back into we'll put a tiny bit of red in there, just to darken that orange just a little bit of red. This is just foundation color. I'll use a little bit of glycerin here. So this burnt orange color happening. All right, now we're going in a different direction here. You're not gonna see that. Here, this little dot right here. You see that little pinprick of a dot? All the strokes are gonna aim toward that dot now. It's a different vantage point, not here, but here. This will be represented as the center of the flower. So all of your strokes, here's one petal. All of your strokes will go pretty much in that direction to meet that guy. And I will curve this guy just like that, curve it around. I don't really want the striations, don't have to have them. As of now, it's not what I'm looking for. Just like that. Okay. But you see, it pretty much kind of fades and disappears into this darker area. So it looks like it's kind of coming out of nothing. All right. Okay. Let's get a little touch of glycerin. Let's loosen up the paint a little bit here. It just reactivates the paint. Now remember, when you add glycerin, it makes it a little bit transparent. And once again, this is just a foundation color, like so. And we'll kind of aim it this way. Yes, you can use your finger. Okay. All right, we have a long one on the other side here. Right. Right here. We'll come out this way. Boom. And what I'm also doing is I'm pressing down a little bit further than what I've drawn or painted, however you want to put it, just like that. Now you really can't tell the separation of them yet because I didn't do any highlights. Remember, all the bright highlights are going to be on this side anyway. All right, so it'll make a little sense to you in a few seconds. I did not learn this overnight. I'm not using this vanishing point. I'm going up, I'm aiming it toward this way. All right, this is just the filling out process for the petals, but you'll see what I'm talking about. I know it's kind of confusing the way I've done it. Each petal is kind of its own separate little unit. All right, that should be good. Now remember, titanium white, very opaque. So adding glycerin to it, you'll be all right as long as you do it in small amounts. Let's go with this middle one first. Okay, I know, you see, everything will have to aim toward that little dot in that direction. Now let's do this. Let's go up. Let me press that. Bring that a little bit sharper. All right. So now the shape of the petal, I'm gonna push, come in, boom, release. Now watch what happens. I'll push instead of room paint and bring it in. I'm gonna overlap a little bit. Overlap. overlap. Okay. Come right on around, just like that. Just like that. If I don't really want the striations in there, I just wipe them away and just stroke them back again. I think we're good here with this. I'll keep it in there like that. All right. That's petal number 1. Why did I do that one first? Because it's about to be covered with other petals. So whatever petal that's going to be covered, you do that one first. Okay. This little fella that's curved here. All right. We're going to put it right here. And then we're going to curve it just like that. And I'm going to go curve it again. Okay. It's all right if you get a bit of that green in there. It's all right. It's okay. Because it gives the impression of the petal being a little translucent. Okay. So you're fine. But look at that. All right. Let's say I like the way that looks. So maybe I don't want to cover that. Technically I can, and technically I should. Here, let's do this. A little touch of orange in there. We'll stir it around real quick. Get a little touch of glycerin. It's just a little dab of glycerin. I'll pull the paint towards me. The reason why I pull the paint towards me gives me a nice edge. I think I'll do like I did here. I'll just paint over that. I'll start right from here, and I'll just go in like that. Do it again, boom, and right here, and right here. It's like you're painting a fan, just like that. And we'll kind of curve him in, and we'll curve him in right there. Just like that. Just make them continue over. Okay. All right. We got a little something going on back there. I'll just use this straight orange. We'll put it right here. I still got white mixed on my brush, so I'm not too worried about it. So right up in here, we'll go just like this, aiming right toward that dot. We'll come out here, we'll aim a couple of them here, and then I'll just give it a push. Well, better push than that, like that. And just kind of go this way. Still aim towards that dot a little bit there. All right. All right. Anyway, that's one of them done. Okay. I think I'll add some frilly little things down here on the one on the bottom before I tackle the one in the middle. I always tend to change my mind about things. And you have that freedom to do so. Let's add more white to this orange in here. And I'll add a little more glycerin than I would normally use because I want the petals on the bottom to be a little more translucent. So it's more glycerin, less paint. You're gonna get like a see-through flower. I'm gonna show you that anyway. Okay, here we go. So maybe I'll kind of do a little tappy little line here, and I'll show you like maybe one here, and it comes in. Maybe one coming out this way, go right past the border of the paper, and it kind of goes in this way. And maybe we got another one coming out, and it comes that way. Okay. All right. And so, because I want it to be a little see-through, what I'll do is I'll add a little rim of color and go in, but not all the way. So it's going to look like a translucent petal. Push a color. Push a color. We'll curve it. Push a color. Just like that. Okay. And you'll see the leaf still show through. That guy. Alright. Especially when it dries. So we'll drag this color a little bit more. This has got glycerin and paint, so wait for it to dry and you'll see what I'm talking about. We'll bring some of that color a little further. As it dries, you're gonna still see that leaf and the striations and all of that fun stuff. This is just using more glycerin than paint. All right, we'll do the same thing with this fellow right here. We'll just kind of bring him in. And I'm overlap. I'm going up almost a fan pattern. Come on around, just like that. This one I have covered a lot more than this one. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing over here on this fella back here. I'll just go in the opposite direction. I'll just go this way. Press, pull, release, same thing. Okay. All right. Let's clean off the brush. I'm going to give a strong white orange edge. These two. Can't do much for this one. So we're going to go into our white. And we'll put it right here. You should be able to, no, you might not be able to see it. Let's bring the camera down a little bit. It's like right here, a little orange, a little white, more white than orange. Okay, that's a slight bit of glycerin. We'll use a little bit more orange, a little touch of white, just like this. It is just highlight, and we'll pull it towards me, pull it towards me, pull it towards me. All right, right in this area. Let's take it. Push and a little touch, push, and you just want a rim of that bright color, especially where it's being highlighted and shown. If I don't have it white enough, I'll know in a few minutes. It doesn't look like I do, but it's all right. I think we'll be all right. It could do to be a little bit brighter. Let's add more white. Let's just add pure white. Let's see what happens to that. I'll put it right about here though. Yeah, that's a little better. I just want a nice edge of just white color here. It's really your prerogative how bright you want it, just like that. Okay, and it just makes it stand out. Let's do that again on the next petal. Once again, your prerogative. I'll have this one maybe come in front, so I can rearrange on the fly what petal I want first. Which one do I want in front? And I want the petal that's going to be disappearing in a second. I want that to be out in front a little bit more. Like that. Okay. I'm just cleaning off my brush. And I want this is just pure white paint, no glycerin or anything. Pure white paint is very opaque. Titanium white. I'm tipping my head, which is in the way because of the glycerin is very reflective, so it's kind of tough to see it. Just like that. I just want that to be shown to be over this fellow. That's all. That's all I want. Right there. There. Just like that. All right, let's take that same white. I like where it's going. And we're going to highlight this fellow a little bit more because it's dry already. So whatever color I put on top of it will stand out. I don't need to overly do it, over exaggerate it. Just a little touch, a little rim of color. A slight push and leave it be. Like that. And we're going to do the same thing over here on this side. It's just that tiny rim of color up in you're gonna always kind of, you know, play around with it, play around with the color, play around with the shades, you know, stuff like that. You're gonna always mess with it. All right, let's deal with this guy here in the center. All right, I know it looks like we've neglected him, but we really didn't. So I have this one pretty much finished. This one's pretty much finished. This onion-shaped fellow is just lingering around. Okay, all right. Let's see, what do I want to do with him? Which direction do I want to go? All right, let me show you something pretty crazy with this one. So we've pretty much got one really closed cabbage one, and that's him down here. We'll flare him open in a way. Okay, the way I can show you this is with, I'll show you with a script lighter and some water. I'll take some white and I'll show it to you this way, because I can just do it, but you're kind of, for those who are pretty new and maybe not accustomed to drawing a group of flowers, we'll show you something here. All right, let's say, well, I mean, basically he's going this way, so let's do it this way. Let's draw him out. Let's draw him out just like this. And we'll have him come, somewhere around here like that. We'll put his double right in here. We'll just have him curve around. He's just gonna like curve that way. Now, with me doing what I just did, all right, this petal here, it will flare out like this and come inward. So I'm gonna change the whole direction of what's represented there. And then we're gonna have another one right in here. It's like that. All right, and he's like somewhere in there. We're gonna have our petal right here. Like that, and we'll have another one like that. We're gonna have smaller petals up here. We'll have like one here, one a little higher up, and probably one out here somewhere coming this way. All right, because our center would be that little dot right in there. Now that I've done that, okay, now we're gonna have things coming out here like this, and something coming out here like this behind that guy. It'll probably end where this dark one is. All right, those are the ones like on the very bottom. Then we'll have something like in between here coming out there like this, and it goes in like so. All right, okay, so that one will flare out a little bit, and we'll probably have we'll have something like come from here. It'll come out here, come out here, come out here. We'll have it come out here like this. It's just for that part won't be so lonely back there. Okay. All right, so we've pretty much outlined what we're gonna do with that. I don't see anybody talking. I think Johnny's question was the very last question. All right, let's get to getting. Let's go with, let's do the outside fellows first. I'm gonna need more orange. I'm gonna definitely need more orange. So, pop in some more orange here. Once again, oranges, semi-transparent. I am using a 1/2-inch brush. We'll put it around in here. I really don't want to, since it's semi-transparent, it's kind of thin. I really don't need to add glycerin to it, really. Let's go with the outside guys first, right here. I'll just kind of pop them in there like this. It's like this. Like that. Okay, and I'm just using the regular orange. Regular semi-transparent orange is fairly thin, so you'll be able to see your leaves and whatever else I want to be playing around with back there. Do the same thing with this guy. Come on out a little bit more. Then bring it inward. I'm overlapping as I'm doing these. Okay. Just like that. It's just little frilly things going on out there. Okay. We have another one on the other side. All right. So I kind of want stuff to be seen and yet not be seen. So that's why I'm using just the semi-transparent. So I still want stuff to be visible underneath some of these petals, like this leaf and the top of the other flower. And basically that's all you really see me doing here. Okay, just like that. When it dries, you'll still be able to see these little cute things going on there. All right, okay. I'm going to use a little touch of white in this orange. A little bit of glycerin, just a little bit. But these are semi-transparent, so I just want to highlight just the top, just the edge. Boom, like this. And the light is hitting from over here anyway, so just like that. Pow. All right, let's do another one. This guy, same thing. Now these fellows are on the bottom, they're in the back, down below everybody. Something like that. Okay. All right. Now remember, we have another one in here. Okay. That guy, I'll probably just use this regular orange. Let's see what that looks like. I should be able to thin that out and just pop him in there. Just like so. Just pure orange right in here. Okay. I'll get a little touch of white. Let's see if that will help me out here. No. You know why? There's green in it. My bad. If you encounter an error like that, don't panic. You know, I can just kind of clean that up and get rid of it. And get rid of it. Have it go bye-bye. It's like that. Let's get some more titanium white. I gotta find a nice clean spot. I don't see one, so I'll just keep it right there. Oh, okay, I see your comments. I appreciate it. Let's find a spot, right? A little bit of glycerin into the white paint. This is acrylic paint, everybody, acrylic paint. Okay. Where am I with you? A little touch of orange in that. Pull towards me. All right, let's try that again. Right here, get a little touch. Boom. There we go. And it wakes that up a little bit. Just like that. I'm gonna come around out here, a little stronger out here. Boom, curve it right in. Just like that. Yeah, we're good. with that. That's fine. Okay. I like the way that looks. Let's maybe brighten up one right from here, like this. I don't have to go do the whole flower, just maybe right in here, or the whole petal, I should say. Right in here. We're just kind of, just like that. I just kind of like the way it looks. Nothing super deep about it. It just looks cool. Sometimes you got to go by what you feel. Okay. All right. This fellow and this fellow. Let's take just regular orange, and we'll just paint it right in here. We'll just paint it with just old straight orange, just like this. Get my head out of the way. Straight orange paint, that's all. Like that. Oh, we'll do the other one too. I'll probably add a little bit of red to this. Is kind of the darker half. So we'll add just a little touch of red right in here. Just kind of right there. A little darker. It can do to be a little more red. Not too much, but just a little bit of red in there. Now, say if you're heavy-handed with the red like I just done. Okay, don't fret. Don't fret. It's all right. It's okay. It's okay. I can still tint that red with a little bit of orange like that. See? It's not the end of the world. Something like that there. Probably fade a little bit of that up in there like this. Oh, let's get rid of some of that there. Let's kind of put that right in there, like so. All right. Now remember, when you have a petal that's in front of you, okay, like this guy. All right. Remember, if I pop the little dot there, that's where the strokes would be. All right, so I'm going once again back into my white, and we'll tint that white with a little touch of orange. All right, and we're just going to kind of pop that color in there. A little higher up above, and then it slowly comes back lower, and it gets that curve in there. I might have a little point there and just drag it that way. Once again, I've been doing this for a little bit. So, okay. That little bowl-like petal will continue over here on this side. I will take a little touch of red, a little touch of orange, just like that. Little bit of glycerin. We'll continue the same strokes, but with a darker color right here and here. Yes. And maybe we'll highlight that just a little bit. Not too strong of a highlight. Something like this. It is just me just adding a little touch of some highlight there. It's still kind of in the shade there, so you don't need to really be super excessive with it. The inside leaves, petals rather. Why am I mixing leaves and petals in the same sentence? I don't know why. All right, like this stuff in here. A little push, little push, little push. I push It's still the same push, pull, release, but a lot faster, a lot quicker. You'll learn how to do this. Is really a flick of the wrist. Okay, like that. We'll do the same thing out here. Kind of pull that in there, like so. It's a little orange, a little white. I'm just looking where I'm at here with this. Just like so. Come up here. And we'll aim one toward that way. Sorry. Okay. We've got these characters in the back here. I will just use straight orange. We'll highlight if needed. It will be needed, but we'll just highlight them when we come to them here. Let's go right in here. Push and we'll stroke inward, push, stroke inward, push. Where's my vantage point when I do this? It would be the petals are being, they're shaped in a certain way. You got to go with that flow, but it's still aiming toward a little speck that you would see right there. That little speck. Let's sharpen that up a little bit. Okay, we got a little bit of leaf action or petal stuff going on way back here. It's just a little something back there. Okay, it's a little bit. Nothing to write home about. I don't want, see the little white right there? Let's take a little bit of white and orange. We'll make that a little opaque right in here. I just don't want to see it. That's like that. We'll make that disappear a little bit. Okay. All right. Let's get some more white. Let's put it right in here so we can outline some of these fellas. You know what? I'll make it a little more interesting. I'll make a petal in a petal like this. I'll just kind of curve it around like this. All right. This is right on the fly. I'll just make a petal on top of a petal. And you can do that. You switch it up. It's as much as you feel you have to or you want. Right in there. All right. I will take straight white and let's get a stronger separation right in there. And you can get away with it because this petal technically is in front of the other one. Just like that. Curve it around like that. Okay. But it turned from a ball into a whole batch of petals there. All right. Okay, we're almost done here. We're almost done. I'll zoom out a little bit and we'll put some bright green tendril looking things in there. Just pull out for a little bit. I'm going to show you something else before we call it a day. I think that should be good enough. We'll center this a little more, a little better, right about there. All right, we're gonna get rid of the tray. All right, it's a little blurry until I touch it, and it'll sharpen it all again. We're gonna get rid of that. We're gonna pop that right out of there because we really don't need to see nothing more there. Okay, let's take a little bit of that dark color in a soft brush. I'll show it to you here. This little soft brush here. I'm gonna dip into a little, I think I can get away with the glycerin as far as this part's concerned. Let's see. Let's get a little bit of blue, a little bit of red if I can scrounge up some red. Give me some maroon here. I want it a little darker than that. This blue isn't the best blue for this, but I can pop some green in there, I guess. Let me see. Is that what I want? Not really, but it'll suffice. I'll get a little bit of glycerin. The glycerin makes this stuff opaque. Let's try that. Let's see what that looks like. No. A little more red in it. I'm just getting a natural dark shadow type color. That'll work. That'll work. That'll work. I'll use glycerin and I'll use this color. Alright. And basically what I'm doing is I'm going to create some quick shadows real fast. This is above this fellow, so we're going to kind of tease some shadows in there. It's like this. And that might look a little heavy-handed, but then again, that's also very wet. Alright, give it a chance. It will dry. We're just going to kind of blend that glycerin. It's glycerin and paint. A little more glycerin than paint, but see how it makes that nice shadow there? See that? And as I'm making this shadow, alright, as it will dry, as you can see, it's not erasing anything. Alright, you're just making it a little deeper. Okay. So it'll give you a sense of depth. And you can move this color around. See? So I can add little shadows in places where I feel it might need shadows real fast and go in the direction of the strokes. You follow me? Alright. So I can create all sorts of, this is another thing, it's like you're playing a game. It's just glycerin, a lot of glycerin and a little bit of paint. Alright. And it depends on what mix of colors, obviously. Alright, so if I want stuff a little deeper, alright, just keep wiping at it. There. Keep wiping at it. See, the glycerin moves around. Okay, thin it out. So it's just adding little bits of shadow where shadow is needed. Wrap it around in here. You don't. This is not a technique just for florals. I can do this with buildings. If I had to shade people, same thing. It's just a technique. It's just what you choose to use the technique for. You got me? All right. So if I want that bowl and that cup to stand out, you just add shadow and go in the direction of your leaf. See that? Okay. You see that? Now you've got a flower that's truly above this guy. Not entirely above it, but it is above it. All right. If you want more of a shadow here, and you kind of darken it there. And if you feel it's too dark, you'd always get a little bit of water and get rid of it. So you can always play with it and just get rid of that. See? All up to you, how you maneuver and manipulate things. Truly up to you. You can use your finger too to shade it. Doesn't matter. Really up to you. Let's say if I want, well, here, like, I kind of like that. That's pretty neat. Let's see if you want this a little darker here, like that. Maybe a little something under there. Just like that. Okay. Very, very slick, very coy. People will ask how you do this. This will just be our secret. Shh, don't tell nobody. Shh. All right. So as you know, once you get the majority of this stuff, then you start nitpicking and picking and choosing your spots of where to add what, how much of what to add is really up to you. It's your world. All right. It's really up to you. How much of this you want shown, how much of it you want hidden. It's really up to you. All right. Okay. Now that we've done that, let's clean this off. This is, once again, it's very short, very small. It's a 1/2 inch brush. I think the majority of this with a 1/2 inch brush, with the 1/2 inch brush. Let's get some tendril things going on here. It'll just add a little flow, a little life to what I have here. That is not a white dot. That's just the light hitting off a piece of wet paint. All right, just in case you're wondering. Okay, let's go back to our very thin, let's cover this up. I don't need no more glycerin. Let me cover up glycerin here. All right, now we'll put this back. Let's get a little bit of water and some, got water, got a little bit of white, some water. Let's get a touch of green. This is the Phthalo Green and a lot of white. I could show you how to make a rosebud, a little bud, and I may do that. But I said tendrils, little vine things, so let's do those first. So let's go here. Watered down green paint, and we'll come around. We'll make a little circles like that, and then we'll come around this way like that, and then we'll take that and we'll just kind of wrap it around this leaf like this, make it disappear. All right, really kind of flowing things, kind of wakes up your painting a little bit, kind of makes it a little more alive. Oh, let's go right in front of that plant like this, and we'll go underneath. Oh, we'll just have it loop under and come around and go right on the other side of the page like that. All right, something like that. Let me show you something, and then we'll call it a day. Let's make this reappear for 1 minute. Let's take what I don't have. Oh yes, Fatima, one stroke can change it or make you go into a fit of depression for the next 3 weeks. All depends. Okay, we have, do it the right way. We should have enough here to do this. There. Let me show you. We'll take, now you don't necessarily have to use such a thin, well, put it down here, such a thin brush. You don't have to. All right, but I am gonna clean this brush because you don't want to do it backwards. We're gonna take this brush and dip it all into the red, just like this. Just dip it into the red. All of it red, like so, all right? Like that, all red. The red on the end is not the important part. It's the red down the rest of the brush. That's the important part. You're gonna go into your green, and the tip of this brush you put with green, so it looks like this. Okay. All right. Let's take this. Let's go out here. Well, pop a little vein thing like that. Oh, well, why not really just go around like this? Keep going. Need more green. Where are we at here? More green, green. More green, 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 green. I think the green is too watered down, but it's all right. We'll just keep going over it. Right when you get there, then you just kind of press, and then you got an instant little bud right there. All right. I think I got my green that's too watered down, but it's all right. We'll make do. So we got one there. Let's just connect this one. Go behind that. Come out like this. Circle around and put a little bud right there. Smash it right there. All right. So you got one there. You got one there. Don't necessarily keep it even. Your eye tends to handle things better when it's an odd number. Honestly, it does. We got to put a third one in there. We'll just have it come off of here. Right here. We'll just have it come off here, and then we'll just lazily plop one right there. Right up on top. All right. Now we're done. Let's take the tape off. Show what we got here. Oh, Johnny, you have suffered the indignation of leaving. Do you know how many people have said the same thing you've said? I left for a bathroom break. I left to get some coffee. I left to actually feed the dog. I come back and it's done. I usually joke about it. Because, yeah, if you leave, especially if I kind of get on a roll, it'd be a whole different thing. All right, white and yellow, not really a good mix to put your signature, but hey, it is what it is today. I usually sign on the lower left-hand side, usually. All depends on the subject. All right, let's get rid of this one more time. Okay, I think we got it here. Center that. We'll zoom in a little bit. And, well, there it is, guys. All right, let's put this brush away. I would like to thank you for watching, checking this out. I don't know why they keep looking blurry to me, but I guess it's not. It looks blurry to me. Maybe I have to clean that lens. All right. Oh, I didn't forget to sign. One stroke magic in the brush. One stroke, a lot of practice in the brush. A whole lot of failures. Trust me. I appreciate you guys watching. Let's see here, Johnny. I sent you my email, so yeah, once you send an email, I'm usually pretty prompt in answering it. This will be among the others for sale. I'll varnish it in a few minutes. Thing with glycerin, depending how much of it you put on, once it dries flat. It doesn't dry shiny. It's water-based. It does evaporate. So I realized in my experimentations that the vegetable glycerin and thick acrylic paint, heavy body acrylic paint, works great for the wet-on-wet process. Not just for floral, but anything else. I've already done 2 landscapes doing it. Like I said, I got one more black sheet of paper here, and I don't know what I'll do with it. I haven't done really Aurora Borealis in quite some time. Maybe I'll do something like that with this. Who knows? I don't know. Then I'll go back to probably canvas again. Then again, who knows? So, All right, I think I spent enough of you guys' time that you can never get back. Thank you very much. My name is Anthony Gray of Grayscale Painting. I shall see you when I see you. Take care, be safe, enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and hopefully I'll see you guys again. Peace. And you're welcome, Trouble Dreamer. And you're welcome, Johnny. Thank you very much. Thank you, Maria. I see you there. Judy Webster, hello. How are you? Thank you very much. I appreciate it.